In maybe my most frustrating move ever, I forgot to hit record at the start of today's session, but before you click off, I was able to find some supplementary footage from other people on YouTube to fill in the gaps. Seaman has grown significantly during our live observations, and we even believe we have learnt what Seaman says when he's reached the end of his script and is ready to progress. Those assumptions proved true, as on launch, Nimoy informed me that they have officially progressed to their podfish stage, and will require a land habitat soon. As you can see, Seaman's legs have grown big and strong, and he has many new animations where he relies upon them for movement. Seaman actually called me over to witness them mate. They connect via their tubes, with the top seaman depositing its seed into the lower seaman. Like the other forms of tube contact Seaman engages in, this caused the death of one of the seamen. While this is sad, we have been with these two seamen for a long time. Juan Cam will now get the bulk of the attention and give birth to a new clutch of seaman eggs. While I'm yet to get any information on how to set up the new land enclosure for the podfish, I assume that by the time I have it, Juan Cam will give birth and the new batch of seaman eggs will be raised in the water habitat.
Hey, what's up? So, do you own a Mac or a PC? Yeah, you and the rest of the world. So what kind of PC do you have? You know I don't appreciate that kind of language, ass face. So what kind of PC do you have? Really? I really need to get something set up in here one of these days.
An interesting development is the hatching of the blue insect larvae, as we got a second one today, and our first has entered its pupa form. Chat supposed that this would produce a male moth, incapable of laying eggs. I am yet to feed Seaman a blue larva, so we'll have to monitor them to learn how they work. I checked back in on the insects later, and the blue pupa has turned to a typical yellow, though the peeking bit of its eye still appears to be blue.
The podfish's legs have completely developed. Did you see the podfish mate? It seems that the tubes atop their heads have even more uses than we thought. However, the male podfish died immediately afterwards. It is unfortunate, but he spent every last bit of energy ensuring the continuation of his species. I'm sure he has no regrets.
This bit of dialogue confirms that the top podfish was in fact male, but the other seaman is still referred to with he/him pronouns.
Have you noticed that you can move the stones which ornament the tank? The largest rock, however, is too heavy for you to move alone. The podfish may help you, but only if he's in a good mood. So let us head over to the tank.
I couldn't eat another bite.
Despite his growth and gestating young, Juan Cam still only has the appetite for half a larva. Moving the rocks is an interesting feature. You can even move them over the air vent, which stops the flow of bubbles.
Rock.
That's very nice of you.
Help?
I could use a hug.
I waited around to see if my blue larva emerged, but it didn't during this session. Seems like the blue larvae may take a touch longer than the green ones.
So, do you own a laptop or a desktop?
Desktop.
Not on the go too often, eh? I can respect that. I think laptops are quickly becoming the next cell phone in terms of how annoying they are for everyone around the user.
The largest rock, however, is too heavy for you to move alone.
Hello.
Greetings.
How are you?
Fine. So what do you use your computer for?
Gaming?
So you use your computer for fun and games?
Yeah.
Okay, Just don't get so absorbed in your little games that you forget to take care of me. I'd hate to lose out to some flight simulator or something.
I thought this question was quite charming. Obviously, Seaman is dependent on me, and he knows it, but he still has a little bit of attitude about it. I tried to hypnotize Seaman for the first time in a while, but there was a little skip in his animation for tracking the finger. Perhaps he has outgrown this behavior, but will still follow my movements regardless. The blue pupa is still yet to emerge. This better be like a super moth in here or something. I'm having some difficulty getting Seaman to engage with the rock. He's got plenty to say to me though.
So, would you say the computer makes your life easier or more complicated?
Easier.
Well, if all you do is sit around and play games, I think your life must be pretty easy already. You were saying before that you own a computer, so I'm assuming you're not unfamiliar with computers, what they do and so forth. Would you be willing to say that the computer is the #1 invention of the 20th century?
Yes?
I guess I'd have to agree with you. I mean, computers don't just hang out on your desk. They're also in a lot of other things you depend on, like cars and kitchen appliances and things like that. And yet most people are already taking them for granted. I'm glad you see their importance, though.
We're going to move this rock and there's going to be a full office computer underneath. And then Seaman will use it to become a gamer as well.
Well, as you can see, I find computers pretty fascinating. They've changed everything around you so much that you probably couldn't even visualize a world without them. And of course, as with any huge technological advance, they've brought with them a lot of dangers to watch out for. But I still think the good that computers have brought to the world outweighs the evils. It's just important for you humans to communicate with each other and not become overly dependent on your machines. And that's all I have to say on the subject. Let's talk again sometime soon.
That seemed like an appropriate place to leave the session. I don't think Seaman has ever given some speech about a topic without asking for my input before. Of course, it isn't new that Seaman is independently educated and opinionated, but just surprising. If our theory of his line of progression is true, then this seems like a good way of breaking up the script and making Seaman feel more real.
The podfish may help you, but only if he's in a good mood.
Once again, Nimoy reminds us of the rock. Today, Juan come, we will move this rock.
So tell me, do you use the internet?
Yes.
So you surf the net?
Yes.
Good. You have to keep up with technology or you'll never make it in this day and age.
When you think about it, catching up with Seaman is like keeping up with technology. I thought something had changed with the seeds I had in storage, but they had just decided to rotate to have their ends face me.
So, this World Wide Web, what do you use it for?
YouTube.
You use it mainly to trade online, eh?
No.
Wait, I thought you just said you use it for trading. What do you use it for?
Entertainment.
You use it for fun and games?
Yeah.
Well, that's all well and good, but I guess you didn't hear about the information part of the information superhighway.
Clearly, Seaman did not grow up on Moshi monsters. If you're over 30 in the chat, it's like Neopets, but for the youth, for Gen Z.
Do you ever use email?
Yes.
So you email people?
Yes.
Do you prefer to keep in touch with people through email or the telephone?
Phone.
Yes, there's nothing as comforting as the sound of a human voice. I must say, even I've gotten used to it over time.
Phone has multiple meanings in this case. Interesting that Seaman considers its voice to not be a human voice. Obviously he isn't a human, but it's about as close as a voice can get to human. Actually, he is underwater, so maybe it sounds really crazy if you take him out of the water. Still no luck with the rock or the blue moth. Seems this game has more mysteries to reveal to us. I am sincerely sorry for the missed footage at the start of this recap. I'm as gutted as you are about it. We've been waiting on this moment for a while, and not capturing it is a huge blunder. So I hope you'll stick with me despite that. That is going to be the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I'm super excited about how our Seaman are progressing. Our Seaman is progressing. We've only got one now. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment. I love replying to comments. They're my favorite. All right. That's it. I'm ending the video now. Bye.